Becca scored 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, 20, 20, and 20 points in her first 8 games. How many points must Becca score in her 9th game so that the mean, median, and mode of her 9-point totals have the same value? So a little bit of logic here. So we know that focusing on the mode, if you do, the mode, well, right now, I can tell you that no matter what point total Becca scores in her 9th game, the mode always has to be 20. Why? Because here 20 already appears at least 2 more times than any of the other numbers. So that means even if you didn't score a 20, that means that 20 would still be 1 higher, at least 1 higher. So for example, if she scored a 15-pointer, well, 15 appears 3 times, 10 appears twice, 20 appears 4 times, so 20 would still have to be the mode. So that tells us that the mode is 20. In fact, I'm just going to write it on the board. The mode is equal to 20. And because the mean, median, and the mode all have to be 20 because they're all equal, that gives us a much better idea about how to solve this problem now. Because, well, focusing on the mean now, there's 2 ways to use the mean to find out the answer to this problem. The first is do a little bit of sketching out here. Say we have this bar, okay? And this bar is our average, like what we're expected to do. How about that? And in the first 2 games, we did lower than the average. In fact, 10 points lower than the average. We scored 10 points. And then in the next game, we did a little better, 15 points. Not quite our average, though. Next 2 games, we get 15 points. And then in the next 4 games, we hit our average. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all 20 points right on the bar. So what this does is, well, these first two 10-point games, each one brings us 10 points below average. Because, well, 10 is 10 less than 20, 10 is 10 less than 20. So each games brings us, both games brings us 2 times 10, 20 points below average. And these 2 15-pointers each brings us 5 below average. So 2 of these brings us 10 below average. 10 plus 20 makes that right now we're 30 points below our average. So, like if we want to hit our average right on the spot, we're going to need a plus 30 somewhere up here. A plus 30 up here. And, well, there's no other numbers that are higher than our average here. They're all 20 or less. That means our last game, we have to score 20, our average 20 plus 30. We have to score 50 points in our last game. So that's one way to say that Becca must score 50 points in her next game. The second way is a little more arithmetical. We start with 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, 20, and 20 points. And, well, she first scores 2 times 10 points, plus 2 times 15 points, plus 4 times 20 points. And then in the 9th game, she has to score X points, for example, and then we want to find X. In total, plus the X game, she plays 9 games. But, well, this is just number of numbers. The numbers divided by number of numbers. Sum of numbers divided by number of numbers, which is mean or average, and that's 20. So multiplying by 9, I'm also going to compute this out. Well, 2 times 10 is 20, plus 2 times 15 is 30, 20 plus 30, 50, plus 4 times 20, 80, so 130 in total, plus X equals 180. Subtracting 130, we get X is 50. So now that we did our answer 2 times, we're pretty sure that the answer is 50. Although, just to double check, if you're not sure enough about your answer, which you probably should be, we can use our last bit of information, the median. Or in other words, the median is just when you list all your points or values here from least to greatest, the number right in the middle is the median. So if the median turns out to also be 20, well, then we have a correct answer, 50. So 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, 20, 20, 20, and we think it's 50. I'm just gonna put commas in here just to separate the numbers. So, well, there's 4 on this side, 4 on this side, so that means the number right in the middle is 20, so we have our answer of 50.